If you skipped Long Ring Long Land, you completely missed the point of One Piece. Right now, as Netflix is deep into filming Season 3 right down the road from me here in South Africa, the entire live-action fandom is begging the showrunners to delete the Foxy Pirates from existence when Season 4 rolls around. People call the Davy Back Fight filler. They call it a pacing disaster. They call it a goofy sports anime distraction right before the masterpiece of Water 7. While pacing has always been the issue with weekly Shonen Jump manga, every single one of these complaints are actually misguided. Eiichiro Oda did not write a gag arc by mistake. If you look closely at the mechanics of the Davy Back Fight, it becomes terrifyingly clear that this arc is actually a brilliant, deeply cynical breakdown of institutionalized corruption. Just like the Alabasta arc tackled political destabilization and Skypiea tackled religious colonialism, Long Ring Long Land tackles the universal rot of rigged sports and weaponized bureaucracy. Today we're going to look at why Foxy the Silver Fox is actually a terrifying mirror of the world government, why the referee is the true villain of the arc, and why Afro Luffy is the ultimate symbol of fighting a broken system. Let's talk about the Foxy Paradigm. To understand why this arc is secretly genius, we have to look at the villain. Foxy the Silver Fox is not physically intimidating. He is weak, cowardly, and relies on a devil fruit that simply slows people down. Yet, he has an undefeated record of 920 wins. He has stolen hundreds of crewmates from other pirates. And he looks like he should be racing Penelope pit stop. How does a weak man conquer the strong? By weaponizing the law. The Davy Back Fight is supposed to be a sacred, ancient pirate tradition honoring Davy Jones. It has strict rules, but Foxy realizes something that real-world corrupt politicians and sports organizations realized decades ago. If you write the rules and you control the environment, you don't need to be strong. You just need to create institutional asymmetry. Foxy doesn't just cheat, he cheats legally. His ship is designed with hidden traps. His crew uses weapons in a fistfight. He uses the technicalities of the rulebook to paralyze the Straw Hats. And this brings us to the most infuriating character in the entire arc, the referee. Complaints about pacing aside, the thing that made you the most angry watching this arc wasn't Foxy. It was watching the referee turn his back, close his eyes, and blow the whistle against the Straw Hats while actively ignoring Foxy's blatant cheating. This is not just a comedy gag. This is Eiichiro Oda showing you how systemic corruption operates. Think about real-world sports. We see it in FIFA scandals, Olympic judging controversies, and rigged boxing matches. A corrupt system doesn't survive because the villain is powerful. It survives because the officials, the people sworn to protect the integrity of the game, are bought and paid for. And in the world of One Piece, who does the referee represent? The referee is the world government. The world government created a system of laws to protect the oceans. But when the celestial dragons want to enslave innocent people, or when a warlord like Crocodile wants to steal a country, the Marines, the referees of the world, turn a blind eye. They enforce the rules strictly on the underdogs, the pirates, but completely ignore the crimes of the elites. Foxy the Silver Fox is just a celestial dragon in a pirate costume. He uses a rigged legal system to steal human beings, and suddenly, Long Ring Long Land doesn't feel like filler anymore, does it? It is the thematic prologue to Enies Lobby. But if the system is completely rigged, how do you win? When Luffy is forced into the final event, a one-on-one boxing match against Foxy, he is stepping into a fight he is mathematically designed to lose. The ring is rigged with traps. Foxy has weapons, and the referee is corrupt. Luffy cannot outsmart the system. He cannot out-cheat the system. What does he do? he puts on an afro. A lot of people think the afro is just a joke, but actually, the afro is one of the most potent symbols of resistance in global history, particularly in the context of 20th century combat sports and civil rights. Think of Muhammad Ali. The afro represents the raw, unyielding spirit of the underdog stepping into a hostile arena. When Luffy puts on the afro, Usopp tells him that this makes his punches hit harder. Does it actually grant him magical powers? No, but it grants him the champion's resolve. What we can't forget is the afro was a political symbol. During the civil rights and black power movements, the afro became a powerful symbol of black pride and resistance, encouraging athletes to reject the societal pressure to straighten their hair. The afro was a rejection of white standards of appearance, marking a return to the natural appearance of African hair texture. Eiichiro Oda and One Piece are no stranger to using political imagery from different cultures to heighten their narrative. Luffy realizes that when you are fighting a rigged system, you cannot win by playing their game. You win through sheer endurance. Throughout the fight, Foxy hits Luffy with bombs, spikes, and the slow beam. The referee counts Luffy out multiple times, but Luffy refuses to stay down. Luffy doesn't beat Foxy with a clever trick. He beats Foxy by exhausting the corruption. He takes every unfair, rigged, illegal hit the system can throw at him, and he just keeps standing up until the system itself breaks under the weight of his willpower. This is the same philosophy Luffy uses to declare war on the world government at Enies Lobby just a few dozen chapters later. Long Ring Long Land is not a mistake. It is Eiichiro Oda's brilliant, cynical essay on how the powerful use games, sports, and laws to legitimize human trafficking and theft. And as Netflix writers plot out season 4 of the live action, I pray they do not cut this arc, because to understand the absolute corruption of the world government, we first need to watch Luffy fight a rigged referee in a boxing ring. But I want to hear from you guys. Did this change how you view the Foxy Pirates? Have you experienced the frustration of the Foxy Paradigm in real-world sports? And do you think Netflix should keep the Davy Back Fight? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy One Piece analysis that looks deeper than the surface, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Until next time, never bet against the Afro.